So today I'm going to teach you three things. The first thing is how to create three-way messaging with your manager. Second is how to be a walking billboard. And finally, how to be a social media messaging master. So the first thing, the first key to building your team is three-way text messages. So this allows your manager to work his or her magic, because I'm sure they know how to explain the job better than you do. They've been working here for a lot longer than you have. And this allows the recruit to also have a more personal introduction to the company. This also makes recruits more comfortable because you're in three-way messages with them. So the first thing you're going to need are some people to make the three-way text messages with. So these can be your friends, or more specifically, make a list of friends with a good attitude, no job, or a bad job. So basically anybody your age range, because their job is most likely worse than ours. And second, you are going to want to give that friend a heads up before you put them in that three-way message, just because it is kind of weird if you're in a three-way message with a random stranger out of nowhere. So just to be respectful, text them first. And now when it's time to send the messages, make sure you also give your manager a heads up, because if they don't respond to that three-way text message like within a couple minutes, it's just going to be awkward. There's going to be nobody there in the three-way text message, and then it's just going to be you and your friend and then a stranger to them. So make sure that your manager knows that you're going to be introducing them. And let your manager explain the job. So you should just do like a little introduction. So I'll show you. These are some of ours. I actually had Anthony introduce the job, but if you are going to have yourself introduce the job to your boss, you just be like, hi, blah, 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 or in my example, hey, Cassidy. So I wanted to introduce you to my boss and introduce you to this amazing company that I work for. And then Anthony would be like, oh, hey, Cassidy, this is Anthony from Sydney's job. Sydney gave me your phone number to talk to you. And then after he explains the job a little bit, you hype up the job. Make sure you hype up the job. Say, this job is so much fun. You're going to do so well here. Or this is such a good fit for you. I really think this would work very well with your schedule, because I know you are a busy person looking to make a little extra cash, or something like that. And my second key to building your team is to be a walking billboard. Oops. So this means that you make your own advertisements for your company. This is the easiest part of team building, because all you really have to do is post a story or talk about your job, and that's not really hard when your job is so amazing. So talking about your job at family events like I did, and I got a couple of my cousins interested, and one of my cousins actually wanted to give it a shot. So I set him up with it, and he was one of my PRs for the winter break. And I was also able to get my brother a job for a little while. And a good way to get some PRs, just like some people that maybe are scared to talk to you, or maybe you're scared to talk to them, is by posting on your social media. This creates credibility also when you're sending your Instagram DMs, because it reminds people who follow you about the opportunity. And it also gives people a second chance to apply through the website if they don't want to DM you about the job or anything. So we, in our branch, or in our office, we make like cutesy ones. Like a lot of the girls like to post more of like the prettier looking ones, and then the guys like to post more of like the meme ones. So we have a couple memes and different opportunities for these type of billboards. So why don't we post one right now and see if we can get any recruits. So why don't you guys pull out your phones, and then I'm sure all of your offices have their own Instagram stories, because ours do have our Spartan Instagram on them. But if your office doesn't have a website that has all of your story posts or anything, you can go to tinyurl.com/SpartanIG, choose a picture, and then add apply now at your office's website, and then just post it up to your story, and then maybe screenshot it and send it in your office's GroupMe, or maybe even the TLA GroupMe, just for some accountability. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now, because why not build the team at the beginning of the summer? So let's do it together. Just give me 1 second, I'm just posting it.
I see some people just staring at the screen though. So here's a little pro tip: is like get them phones out so that you post one as well. If you need your own, I'm sure your office has one. But every week, Sydney's on there. It's a secret. Get your post up. Sydney's watching.
Yeah, the point is here is that everybody is supposed to be going ahead and doing a post right now. And if you need ideas, go to that tinyurl Spartan IG that's in the group chat. I'm looking at it right now. I'm about to do a post, so I'm just looking for a good one that I want to do.
I'm just going to go ahead and send mine in the TLA group me because I'm sure there are some of you guys in there that will be able to see it. All right, and I just sent mine in there. So let's get moving forward. So if you guys are just finishing that up, that's great. So my third key to building your team is social media messages. So in our office, each assistant manager typically does about 210 messages a week, and we track our messages daily on a Google Sheet, or you can also use an Excel sheet if you're more familiar with Excel. So you don't get confused about who you have or haven't DM'd already. This is the Google Sheet that we use. Anthony did a really good job at setting it up so that we can track how many of each we've sent. And this is obviously like a new list of people. So Anthony sets all of those people up for me. And it's always a good idea to double the amount of messages you send right before or during a push week, and also at the beginning or near the end of a campaign, so you get off to a good start and end with a bang. So first I messaged all of my followers, which I called my personal network. And then after that was done, I asked Anthony to give me some more people to DM. And I typically DM all of them unless they look like unless they look like they have a stable job, like they're in the military, or if they're a spam account or a meme account. And I typically don't DM like school Instagrams either, like if it was just like a high school Instagram. So I typically find that a good time to do your DMs is about right after dinner, like 6 to 10 p.m., because that's when most people are on their phones winding down. And it's also a good idea to set some reminders on your phone throughout the day so that if you are busy at one time during one of those reminders, you always have those extra times to be reminded to do your messages. And a secret tip is to stay active on Instagram with story posts or feed posts so that you don't get blocked from sending your messages as much. Because if you have to send them more throughout the day, you're not going to be as inspired to send them instead of sending them all at once. Because I know Mark from our office, he never uses his Instagram and he can only send them in increments of 8, which is really annoying, I can imagine. So this is how we do our messages. And this is the second screenshot here is how we stay accountable. We have a group me where we send all of our messages. And I also track all of the messages for the assistant managers in the office. So that just helps me track all of the messages for everyone. And so we normally just do a very simple introduction about where we work, what we do, the pay and stuff. And then we set them up for interviews through Instagram messages. And if your office doesn't have scripts for this, you can go to, I can put in the chat for you guys, but it's just tinyurl.com/Spartan Bricks. And that's where we keep all of our Instagram messaging scripts, and you would just have to edit it. Obviously, you guys wouldn't say in Newport Beach unless you want to give us some more of your recruits. But you would obviously change that to your times for interviews, your manager's Instagram there, and then your office. And if you have a different starting pay, instead of the 21, maybe it's $22 for your office, you can change that up. But that just makes it super easy because our scripts actually do work. So if you wanted to just start off with ours, that'd be great. And if people don't answer the first time, you can always send them like a, hey, just wanted to make sure you got this message, or just wanted to make sure if you were interested or not. The worst thing they can say is no, or just not answer. And if somebody does get mad, just delete the message. Like, it's a DM, it's not going to do so much harm. You can just delete it. And here is reason 101, because I am on track to win a silver cup, sorry. And I think that a goal of mine, like something on my bucket list, is to just eat like some broccoli and cheddar soup out of a trophy. I don't know why, but broccoli cheddar is my favorite soup, and I want to eat it out of a trophy because that sounds awesome. I don't know who wouldn't want to eat soup out of a trophy. And my reason 102 is the team that we are building. So our team building gives young professionals the opportunity to work with our organization, develop their leadership, and be a part of the best opportunity out there. And I just want to give as many people the opportunity to join our family because I love it here and it has brought me so much joy. And with that, go out and build your team. Thank you.